on the road, Alex, where I have something very old, very French, and hopefully very interesting for you to watch as well. So to support the making of more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button, and if you did like this video, then sure do like the video. That would be the cherry on the cake, or as I'm in France, maybe the snail on the cake. Maybe not the most appropriate thing in the world, but without further ado, let's get on with this video. In the Jaguar E-Type video I did, I went on about, it was a 1960s car. Well, we're stepping back a decade to the 1950s. That was when we were listening and watching to the likes of the Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. And that makes anyone feel refreshingly young. So the car in question, it's the Citroen, no not Citroen, I keep forgetting this, Renault 4CV, often mistaken with the Citroen 2CV. And a quick search on Auto Trader shows that none of these are available. And that shows how rare, at least in the UK, it is. So this is going to be difficult to review, especially as it's a 1950s car, because there isn't actually that much on it, like equipment-wise. But I'm sure I'll find something to say about it. The best place to start then is probably the design, where I think it has started a modern-day car trend. Fake grills, and if we look at the front of it, we can see 3 chrome strips. So I'd say this car shares some similarities, and bear with me, with the likes of the Audi Q4 e-tron, because it's very popular on EVs today to cover the expanse of bodywork with a fake grille, and this car certainly doesn't have a grille under there. In fact, the engine's in the back, it's rear engined. But that was the first thing which glared out to me. There are far more design cues which I like as well. But you do need to remember, this is a mass-produced car. Over 1 million of these were sold. I'm sure there's not 1 million left on the road today, but there were millions made. So there isn't going to be much, but there are a few highlights I do like, such as these suicide doors. These ones are open in different directions. Another highlight to me, these alloys. Just keep on looking at them, they're so good. I do like them. This piece of trim along the top of the doors, which sort of curves down into the back. And speaking of back, here's the engine. You can see under, is it a bonnet or a hood? I'm not sure. Don't really know what to say with a rear engine car. But yeah, there is the engine. Chrome bumper. It was sort of a standard thing back in the 50s. And from the back, not much else apart from this minuscule window. Look at that. Not sure you're going to be able to see much through that. But as we're at the rear, I think it's worth talking about the engine. What sort of power, because there isn't much of it, it produces. So the stats of this engine. It's a 4-litre V8 twin turbo with 548 bhp. Only kidding. It's a lot smaller than that and a lot less powerful. In fact, it's just 19 bhp from a 4-cylinder unit, and 0 to 60 in never, because its top speed is 57 miles an hour. However, there is one way which this car will, triumph over a Lamborghini Huracan, and that is its weight. It is, and I'm just reading it right now, 560 kg. So, in theory, I could do weightlifting with this car. Right. Or maybe not. I am inside the I need to remember this, Renault 4CV, where I think it shames most car interiors of today. But the first thing you notice is that it is actually quite a squeeze in here. I can't imagine having another passenger next to me. It's quite comfy though in these seats. Very small. Perfect. First thing you notice when you look at the floor though, is how small these pedals are. They are dinky, aren't they? But rather than talking about how small the pedals are, let's talk about some of the features or lack of features in this car, because I think simplicity is its strength here. The quality is also excellent. It's just nice, clean interior. Look at the doors, you can see how thin they are because you've got the metal here remember I said it's a people's car. They can't spend too much on the interior. So we have got leather as well. That feels far more leathery than today's leather, which is probably plastic actually. Dials, don't need many of those, do we? And my favourite part, steering wheel. 2 thin spokes. Isn't that nice? So yeah, it's very nice in here. Actually, as I said, quite comfy. So yeah. In the video then, I thought we could stick on the history part of this video as well. So firstly, it is no coincidence a rear engine car, because at the time of the design stage of this car, France was occupied by Germany, which meant that it's loosely related to the VW Beetle as well. But secondly, as an interesting fact, it was also built in London for a short period of time, which I find very odd, very, very odd. And third, it was the first French car to sell over 1 million units, which I think is a very impressive figure. And lastly, the Renault Dauphine, which is based on this platform, it's actually the predecessor of this car, sold over 2 million units. So that does show you how good this platform was. I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure did. And you learned a bit about this unique car. It wasn't unique back in the day, but today I haven't seen any of these on the road, in fact. So, please look out for my next upload, and thanks for watching.